to get 62 kids to all agree on a story, it's fucking virtually impossible. There's a guy who made a documentary, but by all accounts, it hasn't been put out. I mean, there was like a fundraiser for it, but then I found a link through YouTube that's got the documentary.
Oh.
But hardly anyone's watching it. And there's a few people that have come over from Joe Rogan.
Oh,
that have
shit.
made it. But there's only a few comments on there. It hasn't got many views. But I'll put a link to that in this one. And I reckon go and watch it because it's got some good interviews with the kids from the school.
Oh, fantastic.
So if anyone doesn't know about it, I'll just read the brief synopsis. So this article's from 2008. American filmmaker Randall Nickerson is in Cape Town this week seeking inspiration for a documentary he's putting together about a UFO sighting in Zimbabwe in 1994. So Randall Nickerson is the documentary that I should have a link to.
Okay, cool.
During the morning break on September the 14th of that year, 62 school children between the ages of 8 and 12 saw a strange craft land 150 metres away from the area school in Rua. Don't know how you pronounce
That's
that.
what
Rua.
From which two small beings emerged, which were described as having big eyes like rugby balls.
Oh.
Pretty fucking big.
It's big.
The children's individual descriptions of the phenomenon were similar to that on the news sightings spread around the globe. Nixon was approached with footage taken from the late Pulitzer Prize winning professor John Mack, who's in this documentary as well. He's like a child psychologist.
Mm-hmm.
There's some good bits with him in that documentary, and he interviews a lot of the kids, and he's like, there'd be all of them explaining it as if it's a real event.
Yeah.
So he deals with children and children's psychology, and it's like he like defines on people whether they're not making stories or if something's real and it happens, that you do certain characteristics when you explain it. And all of them that he interviewed, it's described as an event that actually happened.
Yeah.
Also, it's 62 children, so to get 62 kids
to corroborate
of different ages,
it's impossible.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it'd be impossible.
Mate, I even
really
get
would.
my two girls to like corroborate something that isn't like it's Chinese whispers, and it. So the fact that happened is just like phenomenal to me. Where are we at? Swift Globe. Nixon said, "This is a story the world needs to see. Personally, I think it's moving. I found hundreds, if not thousands, of people who believe it and couldn't find anyone who didn't. It blew my mind when I saw it." Although Nixon admits the footage of the event makes it difficult to disprove the phenomenon, he doesn't want his film to be biased. "I don't want to steer the documentary in any direction at all. I'd rather present all the evidence and let people make up their own minds." So the link I found, and I'll put it up. I've watched some of it. I should probably watch it all. But yeah, it's definitely got clips and footage from those interviews, so it's definitely worth a watch. I think we took The Phenomenon, the new film. I haven't seen that, and that's one I want to watch.
Yeah,
because that takes bits from this and other bits about the Tic Tac and other sightings. It's something. Again, until we started this podcast and I looked into that unidentified, I was skeptical. I didn't believe in UFOs at all.
Yeah.
I was like, it's all bollocks.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the stuff you see, it's usually from people's, they've seen it. So it's like subjective. And you're like, in my mind as well, then I was always like, well, people have got something to gain from saying that they've seen something. Because it's like, you might, get you 5 minutes of fame or whatever. And I just didn't believe any of it. But after watching that documentary and the proof of that Tic Tac, they don't know what it is. All of a sudden, I'm like, that's actual proof. And now my mind's open, and I'm like looking into stuff, and I'm going into it in a different like open-minded. And again, to get 62 kids to all agree on a story, it's fucking virtually impossible.
100%.
With that one, the guy who's doing the documentary of that. The phenomenon thing. He said that the children were being spoken to by the
approached.
Yeah, but they were not like, "All right, mate." It was like
in their mind,
telekinesis. They were thinking these thoughts without thinking about them, and they were saying, "Slow down on technology. Slow down. You need to stop going forward with
Really?
technology. You have to slow down.
Ah.
That was the message. And that's not the only school, by the way, that this has
there's
happened to.
more.
There's more schools
What, in Zimbabwe?
around the world.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Around the world.
There's one in Australia.
There were apparently there's one in
Yeah.
the UK. I haven't looked into it. I need to, but like, yeah, it was like they're like telepathically saying you need to slow down with technology. And if you think about it, right, you'd think, oh, people would be like, oh, why are they talking to kids? It's like, well,
Because they're the future.
they're the future.
Mm.
Yeah.
And if you whip up down fucking the White House you're gonna get blown to shit.
Yeah.
And aliens probably know that.
Mm.
Yeah.
They're like, right, who should we, like, children, you pull up in a playground, children they're not going to come out with fucking AK-47s.
Yeah, nah.
And they run up, they don't care.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They're
Inquisitive.
open-minded.
Yeah.
And like I say, to tell the youth, give the youth the message,
Yeah.
instead of trying to, tell fucking Donald Trump, telling him to slow down on technology. Just
Yeah.
tell him to
Elon
fuck
Musk.
off, wouldn't it? But like, if you can, like I say, plant the seed in a child's mind, who then becomes of power or whatever,
Yeah.
then you've done the job.
Could be nonce aliens.
Fuck's sake.
Why did you go to the kids? No reason. No reason at all.
Get him back on the ship.
Harry Bow.
Fuck's sake.
But
That's really
A lot of the
interesting.
sightings as well.
Slow down with technology.
A
How
lot of the
terrifying.
sightings have been around military bases.
Yeah.
And like I say, there's loads around
they might
the
be.
East Coast in America.
They could be humans of the future coming back in time,
Yeah.
saying, "Look, you're fucking it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
Fucking stop going on TikTok, you little cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah, just fucking write a letter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's true.
because we are going a bit fucking crazy.
Maybe they know that it
Oh,
could
yeah.
be the end.
Well, the
That
thing
we just like with all this technology now, we're just gonna, and they're like, how can we fucking tell
Yeah.
them to stop?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's something else that strengthens that they could be us from the future. Is they're described as like skinny, big heads, humanoid-looking things,
Yeah,
and
small
our
bodies.
evolutionary chain is going that way because our
100%.
brains are getting bigger. As technology increases as well, we won't require being muscular and being able to move things,
No, no, yeah.
because we'll build things to move things.
Yeah,
So,
fuck for that.
so
Imagine our
it
eyes
could
are from
be.
fucking just keep staring at. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
an evolution. Our eyes turn black because we just keep
'Cause we
fucking
keep
staring at
staring
the
at
phones.
phones.
Like,
Yeah.
you think it's not?
That's horrible.
You
We do
think-
that many drugs, our pupils
yeah.
are so big.
Yeah, they never come back.
If you think of
100% dilated.
human eyes,
Fuck's sake.
our eyes compared to like what they should be looking at,
Yeah.
like through evolution.
Yeah.
Like we haven't caught up at all. We're staring at little pixels on a
Yeah.
screen for like stupid amount of hours per day.
Yeah.
And it's getting progressively longer
And
and
our
longer.
screens are getting higher and higher and higher in definition.
Yeah, all those
So
little.
our eyes will have to.
give me that high res, bitch.
So yeah, it could be us saying slow down. Ugh, that's horrible, that is. APMA, how's it going? I'm here to talk about becoming an APMA VIP. Now, you might see on your YouTube a join button. If you don't, there is a link in the description. If you hit that join button, you'll become an APMA VIP. Now, with that, you will get a one-off sign-up free t-shirt. The design looks a little bit like this. You will also get access to an exclusive members-only podcast once a month, and we have a members-only Discord channel as well. And just as a bonus, you'll get some cool badges and some emotes of our faces and other things that you can put in live chats and in the comments section. So there we go, guys. That is $4.99. You get a free t-shirt upon sign up, an exclusive monthly podcast, that exclusive membership only Discord channel, which we will jump in and out of every now and then, and the badges and emotes. Thank you so much. If you want to become a VIP, hit that join button or the link down below. See you soon, guys.